In the world of the NBA, where rumors fly faster than a fast break, one shocking piece of news has stunned Golden State Warriors fans across the globe. Kevin Durant, the generational superstar who once helped deliver 2 championships to the Bay Area, has officially rejected the idea of reuniting with Steph and Curry and returning to the Golden State Warriors. For weeks, the buzz around the league centered on the possibility of KD coming back home, stepping once again into the Chase Center spotlight to join forces with Curry and chase another title. But now, that door appears to be firmly closed, and the reasons behind his decision are both fascinating and controversial. Let's set the stage. Kevin Durant's time with the Warriors from 2016 to 2019 was nothing short of legendary. 2 Finals MVPs, 3 straight trips to the finals, and a level of basketball dominance that many argue made Golden State the most unstoppable team in NBA history. Yet his exit in 2019, heading to Brooklyn alongside Kyrie Irving, left fans with a bittersweet taste. The split was never clean. There were whispers of locker room tension, the infamous clash with Draymond Green, and the ever-present narrative that Durant wanted to prove he could win without Curry and the Warriors' system. Fast forward to today, and the NBA world believed there was a chance for healing. Curry had openly expressed in interviews that he would welcome KD back if the opportunity ever arose. Warriors management reportedly explored trade scenarios. Fans dreamed of a dynasty revival. But Durant has said no, and his reasons speak volumes. Sources close to KD say he wants no part in rehashing old stories. For Durant, the chapter with the Warriors is closed. He's focused on building his own legacy without being tied to Curry's shadow. He reportedly felt that any return, no matter how successful, would reopen old debates. Was it Steph's team or KD's team? Who carried whom to the titles? Durant has spent years fighting that narrative, and stepping back into Golden State would only reignite it. In many ways, his decision wasn't just about basketball, it was about identity. Durant doesn't want history to remember him as the star who had to run back to Curry to win again. The decision also sends ripples across the Warriors organization. For Curry, who has remained the loyal face of Golden State, the rejection stings but doesn't surprise. Steph is known for his humility and his ability to adapt, but deep down, he surely knows how dangerous a reunion with Durant could have been. Together, they created basketball perfection. Without KD, Curry now faces the reality of trying to chase one more championship with an aging roster and an uncertain future. For Warriors fans, the dream of seeing KD and Curry side by side again fades away, replaced with the sobering reality that Golden State must look elsewhere for its next superstar lift. But this story isn't just about Durant's rejection, it's about what comes next. If KD isn't walking back through that door, the Warriors have no choice but to find the next big piece. And in typical Golden State fashion, they're not only eyeing stars but also keeping their eyes on the underdogs, the hidden gems, the players nobody else believes in. That's where the conversation takes a surprising turn. Steph Curry and head coach Steve Kerr have both recently spoken about the team's next potential undrafted sensation. We all know the Warriors' history with undrafted or overlooked talent. Think about players like Juan Toscano Anderson, who clawed his way from the G League to an NBA rotation. Consider Gary Payton too, who was on the brink of being out of the league before Golden State gave him a chance, and he became a crucial defensive weapon during their 2022 championship run. The Warriors have a knack for spotting heart, hustle, and skill in players that the rest of the league ignores. Now, both Curry and Kerr have teased that another such player could be on the horizon. So, who is next? The whispers around training camp have centered on a few names. Curry has been impressed by the work ethic of some of the fresh faces, praising their hunger and their ability to mesh with the Warriors' system. Steve Kerr has echoed those sentiments, suggesting that Golden State might once again find lightning in a bottle with someone who doesn't come with the hype of a lottery pick but who plays with grit and determination. The identity of this next undrafted sensation is still under wraps, but the fact that both Curry and Kerr are speaking on it tells us something big might be brewing. Imagine the storyline. While the NBA world fixates on the stars, on the Durant rumors, on big trades and superstar drama, the Warriors could quietly unleash their next secret weapon from the bottom of the roster. It's the kind of twist that has defined this franchise during the dynasty years. Remember, nobody thought Draymond Green, a second-round pick, would become the heartbeat of multiple championship teams. Nobody believed a skinny guard out of Davidson would revolutionize basketball itself. The Warriors thrive on defying expectations, and their search for the next undrafted gem is proof that they're not done writing history. Steph Curry himself summed it up recently when asked about the team's future. He said that sometimes the most important pieces aren't the ones fans obsess over in trade rumors, they're the guys who show up every day with something to prove. That statement carries weight. Curry knows he needs support. At 37 years old, he's still playing at an elite level, but he can't carry the load forever. The Warriors need fresh legs, energy, and players who aren't afraid of the big stage. That's why this talk of an undrafted sensation has fans buzzing. Could it be someone already on the training camp roster? Could it be a surprise mid-season signing? Whatever the case, Curry and Kerr are clearly keeping the faith that the next story of resilience and breakout success is about to unfold. This is an organization built on patience, on vision, on believing in players before the rest of the world does. That's exactly how they built their dynasty in the first place, and that's exactly how they might surprise the league again. Fans might still dream about Durant. They might imagine what could have been. But maybe the real excitement lies in what's next. Maybe the next Gary Payton 2, the next hidden weapon, is already waiting in the wings. Maybe Curry and Kerr aren't just speaking, hopefully they know something we don't. And if history has taught us anything, it's this: never underestimate the Warriors when they start talking about the underdogs. Because those are the players who often end up shocking the world. So while Kevin Durant has chosen to walk his own path, the Warriors are preparing for a new chapter. Curry remains the leader, Kerr the mastermind, and somewhere out there, perhaps on the fringes of the roster, the next undrafted sensation is ready to make his mark. The NBA world might not see it coming, but Golden State thrives on proving people wrong. And as one door closes with Durant's rejection, another one swings wide open, ushering in a future filled with uncertainty, hope, and maybe, just maybe, another unforgettable Warriors story. The NBA world has been buzzing with rumors for months, speculating about whether Kevin Durant would consider reuniting with Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors for one final run at a championship. Fans, analysts, and even former players weighed in, painting a dramatic picture of what could have been the return of one of the most dominant duos in modern basketball, rekindling the dynasty that terrorized the league between 2016 and 2019. But now, the shockwaves are real. Durant has reportedly rejected the chance to play alongside Curry again, shutting down what many believed could have been a fairy tale ending to his career. And the reasons behind this decision tell us more about Durant's mindset, his ambitions, and his complicated history with the Warriors than you might expect. When news first broke that Golden State was exploring ways to bring KD back, Warriors fans were divided. Some were ecstatic, imagining the firepower of Curry, Durant, and possibly Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga forming a lethal mix of veterans and rising stars. Others remembered the tension, the whispers of locker room clashes, and the infamous fallout that led Durant to leave for Brooklyn in the first place.